What's going on, everyone? And hello,
Hello,
Nihon.
Nihon.
This is a podcast where I, myself, Christian,
And Clayton.
talk about Japan. Well, you and I live in two totally different parts of the country, and for me, all of the cherry blossoms are already bloomed and they're already falling on the ground and getting washed away by the rain. But how about for you? Are they still going strong or what?
Mine haven't bloomed yet.
Are you serious?
Yeah, mine don't bloom until like early May. It's crazy.
That is crazy. I know in Japan, like, everybody knows Japan has like cherry blossoms and stuff. And the thing is, they only last about a week or two. Because the flower itself is so weak that once it rains, they all just kind of, scatter all over the ground. But yeah, that's insane that you haven't had yours bloom yet. I'm a little surprised, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it did snow last week. It was weird snow. It was just like frozen rain.
Okay. Well, at least by the time this episode comes out, I'm sure they will have bloomed.
They better.
Right? Yeah, but it's spring. It's starting to feel more like spring for me at least. I don't know about you. No. Yeah. So does that mean that you haven't really had like allergies or hay fever?
I don't have any allergies, and I don't get hay fever. I'm lucky.
You are lucky.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. Sneezing here and there and stuff, and especially with this whole pandemic thing. Every time you're sneezing in public, it's like COVID.
Corona Janai, Corona Janai.
Yeah, right? So, spring, hay fever. And I don't know, like, it kind of surprised me in Japan. A lot of people who have hay fever, like, even when they're just, like, sneezing or coughing or something like that, they'll always go to a hospital.
Yeah, it's crazy, because when you'll hear like, oh, so-and-so sensei went to the hospital. As an American, I assume they're dying.
Yeah.
Oh my god, are they okay? Oh, no, just to see a doctor. That's very different compared to what we're used to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I had a similar experience. One of my friends was like, yeah, I'm going to the hospital today. I'm like, are you okay? What happened? But, yeah, because I just think it's cheaper in Japan, too, to visit a doctor. So, I don't know, you pretty much don't go in America unless you're balling.
Yeah, right.
Or like you're just dying.
I'm pretty sure the bleeding will stop. I'll wait.
Yeah, you know what they say, if you break your arm, put some ice on it.
Yeah, walk it off.
Walk it off. Yeah, that's it.
But today's episode is, what, medical care in Japan? Hospitals? Doctors?
Yeah, let's talk about medical doctors and all kinds of hospital-y stuff.
Nice. So you and I are both from California.
Yeah.
When you were back in the States, were you on your parents' medical? Or were you on your own? Or did you have none like me?
I was on my parents.
Nice. How often
Yeah.
did you go to the doctors? Or did you go to the doctors a lot?
In my memory, I remember going to the doctor one time, and that's because I had to get a signature for the company that was going to sponsor me in Japan.
Oh,
So I went
for
there, I did like a checkup, and then I pretty much, got the clear to come to Japan. But other than that, like, I don't really have any memories of going to a doctor, except for when I was like really, really little.
How well do you remember those? Do you remember if it was a good experience or a bad experience?
It always kind of just felt like, because the doctors are so busy, it always just kind of felt like they don't really have like time for small talk or anything like that. Like, just get straight to the point and very like robotic. That's not to like say like doctors are bad. I think they're truly wonderful people. But just like as a kid, you kind of want that like fun, energetic doctor, and I mean they're just busy. That's just a part of being a doctor. So I don't want to say it was good or bad. It was really just neutral. What about you?
Me? I've had, I'm going to say more bad experiences than good.
Okay.
When I was little, I remember the pediatrician, it was Dr. Wong. He was cool. He sounds like the doctor that you would have liked. Very
Okay.
friendly, very warm, good bedside manner. And then when I turned 18, I had no more medical. So I think I went to the doctor 2 times between 18 and, when did I leave? 27? 18 and 27 years old.
Okay.
They both sucked.
Why was it so bad?
One doctor, I went in and I complained about something was hurting, and he's like, oh, just lose weight. I was like, are you not even gonna look at the anything?
Yikes.
Bad. bad doctor. And what was funny is he was bigger than me.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez. Maybe he was talking about he needs to lose weight before he can check. No.
Maybe. I. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Okay. What about your other experience?
I had to go to another doctor. It was recommended through the school, so it would cost less. But he was really bad. He was talking about another patient while I was in the room to the nurse, and I turned him in to HIPAA. And it was funny because he said, "Oh, I didn't do that." And HIPAA said, "Oh, he says he didn't do that." I was like, "Of course. They're going to say they didn't do that." It's like bringing a murderer into court and saying, "Did you kill him?" No.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, have a nice day, sir.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. So, whatever. I did what I was supposed to do. But,
Yeah, that. I'm sorry you had such a bad experience in America.
oh, it's all good. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I guess it might be different for everybody, but at least from what I remember, there weren't as many like doctors or clinics or anything like that nearby. You sometimes you kind of had to go out pretty far to see a doctor.
Or like the big Kaiser or something.
Yeah. But at least my experience in Japan, there's so many hospitals. Like it's absolutely insane.
How many did you have in your little town before you left?
Before I left, I had a lot. Right down the street from my apartment, there was one, and there was a couple near like the shopping mall and stuff too. But I mean, everything was only like a 5 minute bike ride.
That's super cool. Shoot.
Yeah, but I noticed like a lot of the clinics and stuff are a lot smaller in Japan too. So there's more of them and they're more spread out, which I think is pretty good versus having just like one big one that people can go to that might be a little far.
Right. I feel like that'll make it less busy.
Yeah. And I don't know, at least here in Japan, I've noticed when you go to the hospital, you could pretty much get in and see a doctor within minutes. Of course, it depends on the time too.
So, have you been to the doctor in Japan?
Yeah, I've been a handful of times. Nothing serious, but I don't know, just like checkups and stuff like that that your work requires you to do. And I haven't had like a bad experience in Japan. It like usually there's a lot of nurses for each clinic and they're all super friendly. Yeah, so there's usually like a lot of nurses and stuff at the clinics in Japan and they're all super friendly and usually there'll be like one doctor and he's always like ridiculously busy. And I mean, that's his little clinic. Of course he's going to be busy. So you don't really get like a lot of time to talk to the doctor,
Sounds familiar.
right? It's nothing like too crazy though. Everything, you still get in and out of the doctor within like an hour, I would say.
Nice. No, that's
Yeah,
super
and
cool.
I've also like had to do blood work in Japan too, and I got the results the same day. So I don't know, I was pretty surprised there.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah. I've heard stories of people having to wait like weeks. How about you though?
Oh,
What
damn.
about your experience in Japan?
Last year, when spring came, I went to the doctor to get a whole bunch of stuff checked out, like things that were bugging me before I came to Japan in America. And I was at the hospital for 4 hours, and I had x rays and CT scans, and I got checked up and blood work, all this stuff. So, even though I was there for so long, I wasn't just sitting. I was going from here to here to here to here to here. It was really nice. It made it feel like time was going by way faster than it was. And everyone was super nice, which is great because I don't speak any Japanese.
That's awesome.
But then I went 2 weeks ago because my shoulder's been bugging me for like 5 months and I have no idea what's up. So I go in. It takes. Well, I got there. I was in there for like 2.5 hours. I must have picked a very bad time because all of the old people were out. So I get an x ray. I go in, the doctor says, your shoulder's not broken, and you can go. So they give me a prescription for pain pills and medical pads. And it's like, that's not what I needed. Tell me what's wrong.
Yeah, that sucks. Do you think anything had to do with like the language barrier, or do you think it was just being a not so good doctor?
I feel like it was just being a doctor.
Okay.
For what you came in for this, you don't have it, you can go.
Huh.
Very much like, let's not look into it. I'm very busy. You're done.
Yeah.
That
Huh, I wonder what would happen if you went to the same doctor at a different time. Cause that sounds like a really bad experience.
Yeah, I will probably have to go back because it's still bugging me, even though I'm doing like the YouTube rehab.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. I still have the pills and the pads that I have to get through, and then after that, It's just
Yeah.
it's very indicative. Is that the right word? It's very
I
much
hear I
how.
hear what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like,
I don't know. I've had like a completely opposite experience in Japan once. I went on a day, like a normal weekday that I didn't have work, and this was more of like a physical therapy kind of doctor. And I went in and I basically told him like, hey, I'm having a knee problem. Can we do something about it? And like just nobody else was there. I just went at the perfect time and he like helped me do like stretches and stuff like that for about an hour. He put me
what?
on like some kind of machine, like gave me like a leg massage and taught me like a bunch of like workout routines and stuff like that to help strengthen my knees.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, and then at the end I was like, okay, so how much for today? And then he was like, oh yeah, you don't have to pay for it. He's like, you have health insurance, right? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, I won't ask twice. Bye.
Right.
That's dope. To me, that's a doctor. That's awesome.
I know, but like I was saying, there weren't any other patients there, and so, I think you just have to go at the right time.
Doesn't that seem a little stupid? Your hours for a good doctor are between here and here, but anything before that and after, you're very dismissive.
Yeah, it sucks, especially because like a lot of people in Japan work overtime too. So I'm sure most people who have to go to the hospital, they go around the same time too.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ah,
Jeez.
yeah, medical systems. Lordy, lordy. So you said you didn't
Yeah.
have to pay anything. How do you remember how much you paid when you got your blood work and stuff done
In Japan?
in
Yeah.
Japan?
That time, so I went to a general hospital. When I got blood work done, I did like an X-ray, blood work, and all that kind of stuff at a general hospital. And usually those are a little bit more expensive than like a clinic, but I paid like $30,
Nice.
and I got the results the same day and everything, and I had no complaints. I'm like, oh, $30? I thought you were gonna ask me for my arm.
We need the arm. We gotta
Right.
drain all the blood out of it.
We'll do blood work, but we get to keep a pint of your blood.
You won't need it.
Right, you'll live. No, but I mean, everything in Japan, I feel like it has like a nice structure to it where you can either get the results fast or like, they'll set up a time for you to come back and it's super easy to go back. And I don't know. I have no complaints, but I'm sure every doctor is different.
Right. People are just different.
But how about you though?
For me, when I went the first time, oh man, no, I was gonna go get my receipts, but so it took 2 days because when I was done with all of the stuff from the first day, it was like 3 o'clock, and I guess the MRI guy was gone. So I got a CT scan, I got 4 X-rays, I got a consultation and a prescription for but more of those medical pads and pain pills. They like to give me pain pills. And then I did the MRI the next day. Everything altogether cost slightly over $200,
Wow.
which to me is not bad because an MRI is what, like $3,000 or $5,000 in America.
It's insane.
It's
Yeah,
insane. So that was really good.
definitely. Japan's the place to go.
Right? And then the second time I went for my shoulder, it cost $26. X-ray
Okay.
and then prescriptions.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad. Yeah. Hmm.
But we have to pay for that somehow, and that's through medical
That's
insurance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so working in Japan, you're automatically signed up for what? National health insurance, which you pay into the government. It's based off of your wages that you make, and then you get a medical insurance card. Is it Gakken?
I don't know.
Damn it. But yeah, so you pay in, you get your medical insurance card, and then you're in the system. But
Yeah.
now we're in a different thingy where it's social insurance through the whole government. And that's very new to me. But apparently it'll be less or more. Who knows?
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff changing this year in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's the same in America to the extent like where you just bring your card everywhere, and then whenever you talk to a doctor, you show them your your health card.
Yeah.
Um,
Do
Give
your
it
health
back,
insurance
and
card. Or you don't
yeah,
have health insurance and you just pay with cash.
right. But I think in Japan, everybody's required to have some form of health insurance.
I think so
Um,
too.
yeah, I heard you don't have to have health insurance, but let's say that you don't pay for it for an entire year. I heard once you start paying for health insurance, you have to pay for that entire year.
Oh, that you didn't?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
So it's like you might as well just get it.
Right. It's just a nice insurance in case you get
Right.
hurt.
Yeah.
When Obama was president, he passed the Affordable Health Care Act, and that made people have to have medical insurance. And I didn't have it. And when I tried to sign up, it would have cost more a month than I was making a month.
Jeez.
So I'm very good at slipping through all the cracks.
Doesn't sound very affordable.
No, no, no. So I just didn't. I opted out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
Well,
I don't blame him though.
that's good to hear. So, let's say one of the listeners, somebody who doesn't speak Japanese, wants to visit a Japanese doctor. How would you explain the process to them, not knowing Japanese?
Get a cell phone, or write down phrases, or learn the body part that hurts. Like kata is shoulder. Itai means pain. Ah, kata itai. My shoulder hurts.
Koko ga itai.
Right. So I'm assuming you're a resident and you're going to use your health insurance card. You go up to the person, you hand them your card, you say what hurts, or they'll have a little body chart and you can point, and then it has like from Baymax's little ouchie to big ouchie, and you can say like 1 through 10. It's really easy. It's really easy. That's the whole thing.
That is nice, especially like not speaking the language. They're still willing to work with you. That's really cool.
Right.
Yeah. I can't imagine like going to the doctors in America not speaking English.
It seems like it would be so hard.
Yeah, I just think that there's like a lot of support for English in Japan.
Yeah, it's really nice. I feel like that's really hard in America. It's like we got English and then we have all these other languages.
Right, yeah. And I don't want to like stereotype with doctors in Japan, but I also feel like, they're pretty smart people. I mean, they're doctors. And I feel like, especially because like English education in Japan is so important, I feel like to some extent they're able to understand English.
Yeah, some of the doctors tried to talk to me in English.
And I also know that like a lot of doctors too have studied medicine in America, and then they'll come back to Japan and open up their own little clinic.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying before I cut you off?
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, the shoulder doctor just used Google.
Oh, okay.
It's not broken. You're fine.
But I also heard that like a lot of medication in Japan is not as strong as that in like America. What is your experience on that? Because I've never had to take any kind of like prescription drugs here.
They prescribed me the pain pills, and they don't do anything.
Okay.
So I'm going to say they're weak.
It's like a vitamin.
Yeah, it's like a vitamin. But when I had the cold for the month, they gave me some weird powder to mix with water. I think that helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, I'd skip the pills and just go for the nice little pads, like the muscle pads.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like when you're just giving people pills, you're not really. I don't know.
You're just masking the problem. You're not actually fixing anything.
Yeah. Oh, your shoulder hurts? Stop moving it.
Right.
Okay.
Problem solved.
Right. It hurts when I do this. Don't do that. I do that every day. It's how I move.
My chest hurts. Don't breathe.
Yes. Stop breathing. Come on. You could have just Googled this. Anyway, money, please.
Yeah. Please give me your money. And with that being said, we are going to end this episode here. Is there something you want to say to the listeners, Clayton?
Sure is. Thank you guys for listening. If you want, you can find us on Instagram. We got a Twitter now. We got a Facebook. Please join our group. I think that would be cool. And I also need to learn how to do it. You can follow us on any podcast platforms now because we're on iTunes, Apple Podcast, finally. Holy crap-a-moly, that took forever. Anyway, give us a rating of 5 stars if you wanna. And if you don't have to. But until next time,
Bye.
bye.